In this video, we're going to add in our modal dialog. And if you're not sure what a modal dialog is, it's basically a kind of a pop-up that you can enter in information into or whatnot. And it's not one of those pop-ups that are annoying. It's actually an aesthetically pleasing pop-up, or maybe not even classed as a pop-up at all. So we're going to implement one of those right now. So scroll up to the top of the page, and I'll put it just under the navigational bar. So we have a div, class of modal and fade, an ID of login, a tab index of -1, a role of dialog, an aria labeled by, I'm going to call this my model, an aria hidden equals true. So that's our container element, if you like. Then we're going to have a div, class equals model, dialog, and div with a class of model content. Now a div with a class of model header. This can get quite nested, but stick with me. Now we want a button, type equals button, class of close, data dismiss, model, then we're going to have a span, aria hidden equals true, and then we're just going to put the HTML entity for the times symbol, so and times, and close off the span tag there. Now we're going to have a h4 element, the class of model title, an ID of my model, forgot to put the opening and closing square brackets around there using the Emmet plugin, and we're just going to say login or register. Now under our h4 element we have our closing div tag for our model header. So just under there we're adding some more markup, so div, the class of model body, fix that up, model hyphen body, and here we have a form. Again, we're not implementing any server-side technologies. Oh, we better put this as post just for good practice. And a div, a class of form control, form group, my mistake. Let's put an input, type equals email, class of form control, let's fix that up. Put our closing double quote in there, and put a placeholder, email. You could go as far as to add in name attributes. I'm not going to, but if you were to take this to the next level and implement some server-side technologies, you would obviously put in a name attribute. I'm just going to copy this twice. It's going to be password, and we're going to have two submit buttons, class of button, button primary, that's the blue button, if you're unsure. And I'm going to put a value on this of login, and I'm just going to copy that one, change it to register. And if you were implementing server-side technologies, the names that you would give these would actually be different, and then on the server you could check which button was actually clicked on and go from there. Now we have our model footer that we have to implement. We've got our closing div, closing form, closing div, then in here want a div, class of model, footer, it's an anchor element, not going anywhere, class, button primary, data dismiss, equals model, and say forgot password, just leave it like that. And that looks just about right. Let's close that. So there we have our model dialog implemented. So let's save this and check it out in the browser. As you may remember in an earlier video, we've given this button some attributes. So let's take a look at that in code quickly. This button here has a data target of hash login and a data toggle of model. So when we click on this button, we have our nice little model window appear. So I hope you've learned a little bit about model dialogues and using them within Bootstrap.